Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of karmictools.wordpress.com, and I guess this is as good a place to tell you as any. I'm going to have to remind you for the remaining couple of weeks of the year that it will go back to karmictools.com in the new year. So look forward to updating your bookmarkers. In the meantime, stay tuned for my special solstice message after I go through this week's activations. They are actually really amazing for our solstice time. And I'm so glad that you're checking in with the energy so you can benefit from these little blessings and miracles that are occurring all around us at this time. So this week's forecast is December 16th to the 22nd. And you might have noticed that last week I didn't post anything except my year-end gratitude note to everybody. That's because we didn't have any activations. Normally I would tell you that and write that in some kind of note, but it's the holidays and I got a little crazy too. In the meantime, you may have also heard me say in the past, when we have a week of no activations, then either the week before or the week following is usually a little bit more packed with activations, moving us around, activating energy and movement and choices and things like that. And this week is very special because it is winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice down south. And our first one starts on Sunday, the 16th, and it's Venus sextiling Saturn, which is a really good one. This energy has to do with your obligations within the context of relationships. They are not difficult obligations in this case, but more emphasis is placed on enjoying serving those you love. This is also what I would call the keep it real energy regarding relationships. It makes you want to really sit down and define your terms within your own relationships, which I'm a total advocate of. It's really hard to grow to the next level when each person is not clear on what the other needs or desires. Of course, this starts with you knowing what you want or don't want and what you are willing to compromise about so you can articulate that clearly too. So this is just traction in the relationship department if need be, but also it's a nice opportunity in relationships or finances to get a little more stable. That's what Saturn's really good for, is stabilizing things, or in some cases pointing out the weaknesses so that you can stabilize. So if that's what's coming up, that's pretty much why. But this is an easy angle to fix it if you're aware. And then Monday the 17th, we have Mars sextiling Pluto, another powerful combo. This is lower will meets higher will within you. Mars is your inner sacred masculine and therefore helps you take action and make choices according to who you are and what you want. Pluto will ensure that you come from the purest place within, which is soul level, and often entails a cleansing of the non-essential and overgrowth of the last cycle first, before you can move forward with this opportunity that's being presented. You have to cleanse the non-essential and overgrowth of the last cycle first. Luckily, this is not a hard or bad activation, but an opportunity to connect with what you really want on the deepest soul level, which will naturally lead to whatever is blocking that, and its ultimate release is the goal here. Keeping in mind that those who are more out of touch with who they are and what they want tend to explode or implode when Mars and Pluto get together, even in a positive aspect like this one. So, shields activated, boundaries really good, strong and breathable, like hemp or bamboo, flexible and breathable, but super strong. This is a potent and thankfully positive mix of energy and power coming together. Direct it wisely on your own behalf. This activation is a great opportunity for substantial forward movement. However, nothing worthwhile comes without conscious effort and willing sacrifice. With Pluto involved, there is always a sacrifice. In this case, the sacrifice will likely be where your vision of the final outcome is concerned. Your desires can and probably will be fulfilled, but they just might not look like you thought they would. Remember, when it comes to wanting anything, stay in touch with the feeling that your desire brings, rather than the physical appearance or the manifestation. You always want to set your intentions, do the work, then allow spirit to breathe life into that vision. When you do that, the form is always better than you could have ever imagined. So tuning into the feeling is what magnetizes things to us. That's why we don't like to tune into the negative feelings over long. You go in to do your shadow work and you come back into the light to function a little bit lighter and brighter is the point of that. So that was the 17th, which leads to the 20th. So here's my reminder that Shanta and I are doing our annual solstice call together. Even though solstice is technically Friday, we are doing our call on Thursday evening, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time in the U.S. Many of you know we do these seasonal calls, and all are welcome. That's why we do say it's a free call, but we encourage you to contribute $12 if you can and if you have it. It does help to offset the costs of presenting these things on a regular basis. And we do so appreciate your support every year. But we are going to gather on Thursday and do our prayers for the world. That's what we do in the Light Circle with Shanta Gabriel. And on the 20th, we have Sun trining Uranus. So this is a powerful activation that is wonderful for a little self-examination and taking action on your own behalf. Look at your habits, home situation, work, or anything else that is important to you, and look at how you have gotten to where you are. What kind of choices led here? This is a good time to look around and see how you can conserve what is useful and release that which is no longer relevant for you going forward. It is also a good energy for organizing and clearing the decks, so to speak, of things that have piled up but still need to be dealt with, or released altogether, either way. You may be feeling very practical, possibly selfish, but it is actually self-preservation, one of your most natural instincts. So, this is an easy angle that allows your essential nature to crack open, for lack of a better way to put that, to open up to something completely new within yourself. And this is the night we gather with Shanta, so that's magical for our night together and bodes well for all of us receiving our messages and having a certain awakening. That's a beautiful thing. And then the next day is actual solstice, which has some really miraculous activations, starting with Venus trining Neptune. Okay, Neptune's our spiritual planet, and Venus is our values and priorities. So we're really making spirit a priority in the year 2019. I will interject that here as well. It's vitally important that we renew our faith and be alert to those miracles, because they really are possible this year. This is a very supportive energy for dreaming your world into being. How perfect is that for solstice? Allow your imagination some latitude to wander and see where it leads. You may be very connected to others and what they are going through, so maintain healthy boundaries and don't be too absorbent. You could also have a very spiritual encounter with another, friend, family, or lover, but only time will tell if it is Neptune playing tricks on you or if it is truly a spiritual union or connection. So, deep breath. Solstice is just going to be very spiritual and surrounded with so much light that I encourage you to be around people who are in the light and that love you and support you for who you are and allow your light to shine. Same day, Mercury initiates with Jupiter. And you're going to probably hear me talk about this a lot for the first month or two of the year, because this is Jupiter's first time in Sagittarius in 12 years. And Mercury is how we think and express ourselves and communicate, but it's also our ideas, thoughts, and concepts. So this year we get to expand all that. We've learned something. We've had a Jupiter education for 12 years, and we're now graduating and starting fresh and new with whatever you got under your belt. What have you learned, and how can you apply that going forward? It is time to expand your thinking and develop more conscious awareness. This is a powerful energy assisting you on many levels. You will make connections easily and quickly that help you integrate newly acquired information or knowledge, making you appear psychic or at least lucky to others. That's not what it really is, of course. You are actually just attuned, dialed in, connected within. So your faith is high, or it can be, and you have no doubt. So miracles happen. At this time, you can connect with your highest ideal and most broad outlook for your life, and you may feel that you are finally ready to live your truth. You are so connected to your own ideal, your authentic truth, that you naturally give others permission to live their truth as well, creating an atmosphere of tolerance that nourishes all involved. The challenge with this energy is going too broad and missing details that are vital to your success. You may also miss out on crucial information if you are too overconfident and or self-righteous in any way. Remain humble, knowing that your way works for you, but it may not work for others, and vice versa. And it is all okay. If you remain centered in the light and your own heart, this energy gives you a little boost to whatever you are creating at this time. This gives you a big boost. I should probably rewrite that. So, nice infusion for our creative projects this year to expand, 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 and then settle into the permanent form they're going to be in 2020. So, my solstice note here to you and my closing remarks for this audio video is I don't often talk about the activations on our seasonal holy day solstice call. So I'm so glad that I got to discuss them here because these are pretty magical to have at the same time as solstice. It is Jupiter's first time there in 12 years, so feel into the possibility that some truth that you wanted to express 12 years ago, circa 2007, was not actually ready, but it could be now. You have had a 12-year education that seeds a new vision right now. This solstice initiates a very new year with new energy for both expanded possibilities and a certain balanced stability that hasn't been available in many years either. Own it. Feel it. Do not give in to the illusions spinning around you, but hold fast to the light in your own heart and the knowledge that we are safe. Nature is adapting, as should we, and we are just in the birth canal, birthing a new age of wisdom and love that starts with each of us. So you may have noticed I have been sending lots of year-end gratitude, but 2018 was pretty special. Not in a frilly fun way, but in a life-changing, transformative, liberating ordeal way. So every time I go to talk to you, I realize yet another reason why I am so grateful to have a community. I love holding the light for you all to return and replenish as needed, but it's so delicious when I am able to receive the light and prayers you send to me. I feel it. Many of us have been practicing our telepathy in this circle since Venus crossed the Sun in 2004, and even more of you have joined me since her final pass in 2012. We don't really need our phones and computers to communicate. I'm just saying. So I remind you here that Karmic Tools and my shamanic astrology will always have a virtual presence. But if you are like me, wanting a more real connection with community, please stay tuned as I develop kellymbeard.com, where I will be hosting live events around the world. If you can't come to Florida to see me, then I want to come to your city and meet your circle so we can all expand, supported and protected by a unified vision of wholeness within and connection to Mother Earth and Father Sky. I've asked my inner circle to share links with me to their favorite podcasts or online radio programs that they think I'd be a good guest on, and I want to encourage you to do that too. I want to connect with you in real life, as they say. So if you feel called to collaborate in the new year, please reach out. You can email me, kelly@karmictools.com. I still plan to be in Mount Shasta for summer solstice when it is possible, and there is talk of all-night fireside storytelling in Rhode Island to celebrate Imbolc, the Aquarius Gate of Power, in February. But let me know where you are and how you celebrate the 8 sacred seasons, because I'd love to join you someday. I've got several special offers for readings and classes that make great gifts, but once you come up for air, they are even better gifts for you. From you to you with love. I'm going to be focusing a lot on self-care and replenishment in the new year, simply because the last several have been so draining for most of us. It is time to do some self-assembling so we are stronger for some of these miracles that are possible. So even though we are closing in on the longest night in this hemisphere, 3 days later, the light returns, and month by month, our energy will increase accordingly. I'm looking forward to great things in 2019, and you should know that we are all well supported to expand our vision and dream big, because whatever we come up with is going to anchor in 2020 and be with us for a minimum of 7 years, and max, I would say, 30 plus going forward. It is a potent time to create all new structures of support for ourselves, and the better we do that, then the more we can expand safely in the new year and beyond. On a final note, I'm curious if you all are digging my sunset videos. I'm hoping to get a moonrise video next week for our Cancer full moon of December 22nd, so stay tuned. And please feel free to email me, kelly@karmictools.com, and let me know what you think of these videos. This is my first time doing all this, and I'm really starting to have fun with it. So thanks for listening. This is Kelly M. Beard of karmictools.wordpress.com, and I'm so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at karmictools.com, or you can reach me through my contact page on the website. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, or subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. Namaste.